Hi, I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Today I'm going to be making a dinner for my significant other and my niece who's coming. This is their favorite dinner, so it's going to be my lasagna, garlic bread, strawberry spinach salad with poppy sesame seed dressing that I make, and a basic chocolate cake with my peanut butter icing. They're not super special recipes, but they're ones that my family likes and requests quite often. So I'm going to take you along with me as I make those today, and hopefully then my niece can look at them and make them herself. So first we're going to get going on the chocolate cake. This is a basic chocolate cake, very moist, and I've used this recipe for years. I collect a lot of cookbooks, especially I like to collect local church cookbooks and organization cookbooks. They have some great old recipes from all the old grandmothers and older generation that seem to be kind of getting lost if they're not passed down through the family. So this is one I've used for a long time and I really like. We start out with 2 cups of flour, and we're just combining these to start with. So it's 2 cups of flour and 2 cups of sugar. And one and a half cup cocoa. You couldn't see there. Half cup of cocoa. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And a half teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to combine. Ingredients, which is going to be a half teaspoon of vanilla, 2 eggs, and I don't know if you can see how pretty these eggs are. These are from my chickens. I actually have my own chickens and I use my own eggs, and they are so much better than the stuff they get in the store. So 2 eggs, my niece is telling me how she wishes she had some of the kitchen gadgets I do with the good KitchenAid and my Cuisinart food processor. And like I tell her, it didn't come overnight. Spent years saving for nice appliances to be able to have. Getting this out good. Okay. And I'm going to put this in the oven. And it'll be ready in about 35 minutes. And we'll pull it out and see what it looks like then. Okay, so while my cake is baking, I want to work on my strawberry spinach salad. So I have a big bag of fresh spinach here, about a pound of strawberries sliced up, tossed together, and now I'm going to work on my poppy and sesame seed dressing. I double this up because the initial batch just doesn't go that far for us, and we actually like it on a lot of things besides the strawberry spinach salad. It makes a really good dressing overall for any kind of salad or an accompaniment. So remember, I'm doubling these up. I'm also going to provide a link for you guys to my blog. I have a cooking blog, and a lot of my recipes are also on there, so you can go get them from there as well, along with my Facebook page. So we're going to start off with, this is a 1/3 cup of olive oil, doubled. This is a 1/4 cup sugar, of course, 1/2 cup. This is 6 tablespoons of white vinegar, 4 tablespoons of sesame seeds, 4 tablespoons of poppy seeds, tablespoons of chopped onion, half teaspoon of paprika, and half teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Now, I do reserve the right to add a little bit more or less as we go along here. Put it in here, my Vitamix. I love, by the way, best thing ever. It's really simple to make your own dressings and your own condiments, and down the road I'll actually spend more time showing you how to make your own mayo, how to make your own mustards, how to make your own ketchup, how to make a lot of those things, your other salad dressings like French dressing or whatever. They're not that hard to make. They really don't take a lot of extra time, and I do big batches at a time, so I'll have them in there for later. That way you're not pressed for time and grabbing the wrong thing. The advantages to this is you know exactly what went into it. You don't have any of the preservatives, extra salt, or any of that hidden stuff that you really don't want to have. And then I just go and pour this into a mason jar for later use. Let's get the rest of that out of there. I'm going to save this actually for dinner and let everybody put on however much they want. If you're taking this to a dinner or potluck or whatever, especially in the summertime, keep it chilled, keep the salad chilled, and then take your dressing, and right before you're going to take it and lay it out on the table or serve it, then I would toss it with the dressing. If you After you use the dressing, if you have some left, go ahead and put it in the fridge, keep it bottled up. You'll have to warm it up before using, because of course the oil will get cold and will separate out, and you'll have to mix it back up. But other than that, that's it. That's strawberry spinach salad with poppy seed and sesame seed dressing. So our chocolate cake is done. I gave it the good toothpick test, and it's all done. So we're going to bring that out, and here you can see. So now I'm going to set this aside to cool, and the next part that I'm going to work on is the peanut butter icing. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to work on making my peanut butter icing for my chocolate cake. I will tell you that I only use 2 kinds of peanut butter when I make my frosting. If you use any other brand, it just does not taste the same. It doesn't taste right. I use either Creamy Skippy or Jif. Those are the 2 brands I use. Anything else, it doesn't turn out well. The other thing, I mean, when you're baking, it's more of a precise science and about correct ratios, but it's also about the ingredients. If you use knockoff ingredients or cheaper ingredients, it's almost always going to come out, and your baked goods aren't going to taste as good. And that's true with cooking. I mean, you have more leeway with cooking and deviation and playing around, but with baking, you don't. And so I always try to use the really good stuff, like I use vanilla in this, and I use real good vanilla extract, not imitation or the watered down stuff. Just would taste the same. So if you're going to do this, you might as well do it for the full count, right? Go all the way. So first I'm going to add 4 cups of 10x sugar. Then 1 cup of my creamy peanut butter. And I will add that I don't care for peanut butter icings that are made with shortening or even butter. I think they come out really lardy tasting and kind of a waxy taste to them, and I don't care for them. I really like this creamy peanut butter icing, which by the way is my mom's recipe. So I guess it's what you grow up to and what you're used to that you like. But everybody else seems to like it too. So we're going to give this a go. That was 2 teaspoons of vanilla, along with a cup of peanut butter. And then I start out with half a cup of milk. I may add a little bit more depending on how creamy I want it. That's kind of a judgment call. That's pretty much it. Mike's going to be bummed out. He's not here with the one of his favorite things. Let me take this off. But if you can see, I mean, it's stiff, but it's not too stiff, and it's not too creamy. It sits nicely on the cake like this, and it'll chill down nice like this. And you won't have any of that lardy or waxy taste that you get with shortening or lard or butter being in your frosting. So it's a favorite for us, and my cake's still pretty warm, so I'll get this done up and frosted, and I'll come back for when we get ready to serve it. Okay, so I got my stuff together to make my lasagna for dinner. Like I said, this is my recipe. It's not anybody else's recipe. It's not the right way, the wrong way. It's just the way I make it that we like it. I go and take some onion, probably a good medium, large size onion, dice that up, and I brown that with a little oil and Montreal seasoning. I use Montreal seasoning a lot. I love that with beef and some pork. Then I add roughly a pound of ground sausage and roughly a pound of ground hamburger, I will tell you that I use a lot of game. We use a lot of venison. So it's venison burger and stuffed ground sausage in here that I'm working on. And I'm getting that fried up so that that'll be ready to put into my lasagna. I have my noodles going on over here to the right. They're cooking away. And then I have my sauce in the pot in the back. You can use jarred sauce. If you're going to use jarred sauce, use something like Prego or Classico or Limousin. I like stuff to have some spice and some seasoning. But it's just as easy to make your own. And it's really not that difficult. It really doesn't take that much more time. In the summertime, I actually grow my own tomatoes and have my own tomato patch, and I can my own sauce. Usually I don't have enough though to go the whole year. To make your own sauce, a quick and easy way to do it is 3 cans of crushed tomatoes and 2 cans of tomato paste and a cup of water. And then you add your seasonings in. I add garlic and thyme and marjoram and basil and oregano and pepper for the most part. I don't think I'm missing anything. And I let this simmer and cook down as my sauce. I can give you approximate amounts, and I'll do that when I give the link for the recipe here later. And I'm going to let this keep cooking away until we have it ready to go and ready to assemble. And as soon as it's ready to assemble, we'll come back and do that and pop it in the oven. Okay, I'm ready to assemble this lasagna. First thing I do is I will take and put a scoop on the bottom, lay my noodles on. Wish you could smell how this smells. As Emerald used to say when he was cooking on his show, he wished he could mark it smell-o-vision, as he used to call it, because it smells wonderful. Then I lay in my first layer of lasagna noodles. And if you notice in the corner there, I got my chocolate cake with peanut butter frosting all iced up. So now I add another dollop of sauce. Like I said, everybody makes theirs different. I like mine a little saucy. I mean, that's the good stuff. How about the cheese? Then I start adding some of my meat. And you'll do this in 2 parts. 1 part for this layer and the other part for the next layer. Spread that evenly all around. A little more sauce, and we'll add the cheeses. I use mozzarella, sometimes an Italian blend, and Parmesan, Verona cheese. I do not use ricotta. Some people, I know a lot of people use ricotta in their lasagna. My family never cared for it as much. I like it. I mean, it's cheese. I like just about any kind of cheese there is. So, I make it without the ricotta and use the Parmesan and mozzarella mix for the most part. Now I can add another layer of noodles. Next noodle. our sauce. And it's hot. Go. Add the rest of our meat. And I actually do a version of this in the summer when there's fresh spinach. I actually like to add a layer of fresh spinach in here too. Makes it a little bit healthier even, and it's really good. Mike likes it a lot too. The purists don't go for it necessarily, or if you don't like spinach, but it is a nice way to give it some good stuff, and also it gives it some color. It's pretty. Here. Don't want to miss all the good sauteed onions. That's the good stuff. Okay, and I'm going to put my last layer of noodles on. And put the rest of our sauce on. Chunks of tomatoes there, and then I'll top this off with the cheese. And I don't know, I probably use 3-4 cups of cheese easy. I mean, it's cheese. Everything's better with cheese. So everything's better with cheese and bacon. This has sausage in it, so that's a pork product, so makes it close enough. Go in here. I usually throw a little oregano across the top. All of my cheese. And that also browns up really nice that way, I think. Looks really yummy. Okay. And little oregano. There we go. And we'll pop that in the oven. And this takes about 40 minutes at 375. Be all the way done. Love my rack. But anyway, take that out and we'll put that in. And I'll see you and we'll dish up when it's done. Well, our lasagna is pretty well done, ready to go, and I'm going to bring it out and set it in its rack. There you go. It's nice and heavy. You can see, I think you can see how it looks. Looks pretty good. I also heated up, toasted some Paisano good crusty bread and have some really nice extra virgin olive oil and some flavored vinegars to go with that. It's going to accompany this. We're going to dish it up and I'll show you the meal all together in a few minutes. And so there's the finished result. Lasagna with my garlic bread and a little oil and vinegar, and my strawberry spinach salad with, of course, spinach and strawberries, and my poppy seed and sesame seed dressing, and chocolate cake with peanut butter icing. Dinner served. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you join me for some more upcoming videos. I'm going to try and feature a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch and coal region recipes, along with the recipes out of my own cookbook that I share with my family. Hope you enjoy it, and see you later.